What is going on, Jet fans? Matt O'Leary back with another video to recap the New York Jets win over the Atlanta Falcons here in the post-game show. The post-game show is brought to you by Sleeper. Think you know football? Then try to turn your football knowledge into real money with the Sleeper app, the ultimate fantasy sports app that can turn game day to payday. Just download the Sleeper app and pick more or less on your favorite players with more stats than any other daily fantasy app. Just choose two or more of your favorite players from pregame or live, pick more or less from the predicted stats, and you can win up to 1,000 times your money if your picks win. Use promo code O'Leary and you'll get up to a $100 match on your first deposit. New offer, free $20, no deposit required promo. Terms and conditions apply. All right, let's get into this one. A 27-24 late field goal win for the New York Jets from Nick Folk. 56-yarder will break it all down. The Falcons start with the football. They win the toss and elect to receive, which kind of feels like a rarity in today's NFL, but nonetheless, the Falcons come out running. They had Bijan had a monster day today. And they came out and he's picking up a couple first downs. And then on third and short, A.Z. Thomas blows up a run in the backfield, tackles Tyler Algier that forces the Falcons to punt. A really nice play in the open field from the Jets rookie corner. For the New York Jets, first possession, the Taylor to Mason Taylor connection picks up a couple of first downs. The Jets get to midfield and punt. And this was honestly kind of the story of the first half for both teams. They would pick up a couple first downs, get roughly around midfield, and the drives would end up stalling. Same thing for the Falcons. They get to midfield. This time it's Clemens. Yes, Michael Clemens picks up his first sack of the year on third down, which forces a Atlanta Falcons punt. Jets get to midfield. A nice drive from A.D. Mitchell on this one, right? Like toe drag, draws a DPI, picks up a first down, but the Jets in a situation where they have to punt. And on that punt, the Atlanta Falcons would fumble. The Jets recover. Quantez Stiggers on the 1 yard line. Jets pick up the possession right, first and goal from the 1. Breece Hall punches it in and gives the Jets a 7-0 lead. Next possession for the Atlanta Falcons, big run from Bijan across the middle of the field. Juwan Briggs run stuff, sets up a third and long sack. This time it's Tony Adams. Yes, Michael Clemens and Tony Adams making plays for the Jets defense in the first half. Jets offense would really struggle for the remainder of this first half. They go 3 and out on their next possession. The Falcons get to midfield. Their drive stalls again. The Jets punt, or the Falcons punt back to the Jets. Jets holding penalty and a loss of yards on a screen pass forces a punt back. Falcons, they pick up a nice drive here right before the half. They get into the end zone. Thomas is hit with a pass interference in the end zone. The ball's put on the 1. Tyler Algier punches it in, ties this game up 7-7 going into the half. The Jets, though, they get the ball out of the half. Can they do anything with it, though? Unfortunately, no. They go 3 and out of the half. Austin McNamara put on an absolute clinic today. This punt pinned the Atlanta Falcons inside the 5. For the Atlanta Falcons, they would just go on a long drive. And a big play on this one was the pitch and catch from Cousins to Bijan Robinson for 42. Bijan Robinson hits the edge on a rush, gets into the end zone, 14-7. We'll give you the stat lines from Bijan at the end. He went well over 200 yards in this game, all purpose. He had 142 rushing yards, which is just an absurd number. The New York Jets, though, would respond. A nice response from this team. Tyrod Taylor takes a massive hit. Big play to Breece Hall, picks up a first down, though, on that play. And then you get the deep shot. Tyrod Taylor still has the pretty deep ball, hits A.D. Mitchell deep down the field for a touchdown, 14-14. On that play, that put A.D. Mitchell up to 4 catches for 75 yards and a touchdown. He was having a monster performance. He ended up having 8 catches for 102 yards and the touchdown. He was by far the Jets' best wide receiver today, and a huge play to tie the game up at 14 apiece. Falcons respond with a drive of their own. It's Pitts and Bijan. Those were the two Falcons that were just killing the Jets all day long. They have to settle, though, for a long field goal attempt, and it's no good. Wide right. So the Jets get the ball in pretty good field position. Glenn end up having to challenge a spot on third down. After review, the Jets are rewarded a first down. Big play right here. John Mechie really struggled today. He had a few drops. One of them on this play, couldn't hang on, would have picked up a first down. Instead, the Jets have to settle for a Nick Folk 55-yard field goal. No good. So the Jets gift the Atlanta Falcons a good field position again. Falcons try another long field goal, this time from 52, hits. 17-14, Falcons in front. Off the field goal, you get an Isaiah Williams 82-yard return, sets up the Jets at the 15-yard line. Jets in business, unable to score. Would have been nice to see him get in the end zone. This is where you'd get another John Mechie drop. Would have set up the Jets at 1st and goal from the 5. Instead, the Jets have to settle for a field goal, tie this thing up 17-17. Next possession for Atlanta, you'd get the weird flag on McCreary Ball for the taunting. I don't know. He was flopping around like a fish on the ground and got flagged for it. Very bizarre, but wanted to call that out. He had 2 penalties in this game. Pitts and Bijan get going. Big play to Tyler Algier on the screen. And then another screen. Just terrible tackling on this one. Screen to Sills, the former Giants receiver. 2 missed tackles. Puts the Falcons in the end zone up 24-17. Now the New York Jets have a chance to go down and tie the game. Can they do it? Tyrod Taylor gets hit, floats up a ball. Allen Lazard somehow comes down and catches it. I almost forgot Allen Lazard was in the game. I believe that was his lone catch. It was 1 catch, 10 yards. It was a big one. It was a first down conversion. Tyrod scrambles for a first down. Jets inside the 20-yard line. 4th and 1. Tyrod Taylor on the keeper. It works. And then Tyrod runs in a touchdown to tie this game up at 24-24. A 15-play, 6-minute and 53-second drive executed to perfection. Really, really nice drive. The best drive the Jets had all day today. It was a mix of Tyrod just playing with his legs. We'll go over the numbers at the end. He added some value for sure as a rusher and made the throws that he needed to make. For the next possession with the Falcons, so tied up 24-24, Will McDonald comes up with the sack. 3rd and 9. Can the Jets get the ball back? They can. Jets defense gets off the field. Can they go down and win the game here in regulation? Well, not yet. Tyrod Taylor is sacked, then 2 underneath throws, forces the Jets to punt it right back to the Falcons. Great punt, by the way. This was another good one, and guess who? Contez Stiggers on the coverage. Really nice special teams day. Chris Banjo, my God, he has that unit absolutely humming. The Falcons have a chance to go win the game now, but once again, Jets defense stands tall. Falcons go 3 and out, and a huge spot. And wouldn't you know it, special teams plays a factor again. Isaiah Williams sets up the Jets at the 43-yard line on a nice return. Jets have 2 timeouts with 35 seconds to go to get in field goal range. Tyrod Taylor runs for 14, gets out of bounds, 27 seconds left. Then the Jets they hurt themselves a little bit, man. It felt lucky that they got this field goal, but they don't ask you how you do it as long as you do it. Membu gets hit with a false start, backs the Jets up. Hits A.D. Mitchell for 10 yards. The Jets take a timeout, 20 seconds to go. Tries to hit it was A.D. Mitchell on an out route. Incomplete. No call for DPI. It probably should have been a defensive pass interference if we're being honest, but they don't call it. Next play, the Jets hit Mitchell, though, to the 33 for a first down. Jets take their final timeout with 12 seconds. I thought the clock management at the end of the game was a little bizarre, so they take the final timeout with 12 seconds to go at the 33. Another false start for the Jets backs them up, and the Jets run 2 more plays. They throw it away twice, so they're going to trot Nick Folk out from 56 instead of 51. And he hits it just barely through, but it goes through. And the New York Jets win 27-24. At times sloppy, but at times a nice win for this team, right? Like the offense did their job. Defense came up big in a couple spots, but in my opinion, the big story from this game was the Jets special teams play. Big returns on the kick return, punt return. The punter played well. The special teams turnover. Chris Banjo gets a game ball from me in this one. The box score numbers: Tyrod Taylor, 19-33, 172 yards, 1 touchdown, no picks, and 81.9 rating. Fairly standard Tyrod Taylor passing performance. On the ground, had 8 carries for 44 yards and a rushing touchdown. A.D. Mitchell, as I mentioned, your leading receiver, 8 for 102 and a touchdown. As for Atlanta, Bijan Robinson, 23 carries, 142 yards and a touchdown. Kyle Pitts, your leading receiver, 7 catches for 82 yards. Bijan Robinson had another 51 yards through the air, so he went 193. I was off. I thought he got to 200. 193, not a math guy. But the Jets improved to 3-9 with a win at home against the Atlanta team. They now play the Miami Dolphins next week, another home game for the New York Jets. We'll see what happens in that one, but that'll do it for us in this video. Let me know your thoughts on this game down below in the comments. I'm Matt O'Leary. Subscribe here if you're new, and I'll catch you next time.